bum bum. What's up, guys? Let me know if the audio is good. I'm on a different device today. Let me know if it's good, if you can hear me well, if it's loud and clear, no problems whatsoever. But welcome to OSHIMEN TV, guys. I've been wanting to go live earlier. I wanted to go live yesterday, but life is busy, guys. Life is busy. Life has taken over. So it's hard to make the time to go live. I do want to go live almost every day and invite people up in order to debate and talk about all of these rumors that are coming along. Some of them are worrying. Some of them are interesting. Some of them are good. Some of them are bad. Some are shit. Some are good. Whatever. Anyway, what's up, Redbird Capital out? Yes, sir. Redbird Capital out. Until these fuckers aren't out of the system, Milan is going to be sick. What's up, Roy? Thoughts on Modric news, fake or real for you? We're going to talk about that. So, be ready for that. Ciao Casciavita, ciao, come stiamo? Carlo Moretti, da quanto tempo? Ma da quanto tempo, ragazzi? È ritornato Moretti. Good to see you, man. It's been a while. Audio's great. Kim, loud and clear. What's up, Kim? How you doing, brother? How's it going? Okay, so let's get straight into it. The first argument that I want to get into and share my thoughts is this rumor of swapping Leao for OSHIMEN, guys. Leao for OSHIMEN. Now, I don't know how real this is, but what do we think about it? I mean, OSHIMEN is a fantastic center forward. He is a player that definitely is much more of a workhorse than Leao, for sure. We all know this. Anybody that has two sets of eyes knows that OSHIMEN is a workhorse, while Leao has some issues when it comes to the work rate. Both of them have shown to be quality players in Serie A. Now, I don't know if this is going to happen. But it is what is being talked about right now. So, would I accept that offer if I was right there? Hard to say. I don't know how OSHIMEN has been performing lately in Turkey. I don't know. I don't follow the guy. But I do know how Leao has been performing in AC Milan. And it seems clear to me that Leao has 1 foot out, 1 foot in. He's looking for an opportunity to get out. Now, Leao is being linked to Bayern. He is being linked now to this operation. I don't know if it's an operation that he would accept, but it is an interesting operation. They value Leao 100, 120, 130. And also, OSHIMEN has a high valuation. So, which player has maybe decreased in value in these past years? I'm not sure. Simply because I've not followed OSHIMEN. I don't know. I don't know if OSHIMEN has been scoring tons of goals. But one thing that I gotta say, the first time I saw OSHIMEN play for Napoli, I fell in love with the player because of how much work he puts in for the team. He is always running into space. He's always fighting. He's always playing for the team. Now, obviously, in the ideal world, Leao and OSHIMEN would be great together. So I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys tell me. Do you think Milan should go ahead with this operation if it does bear any traction? Should Milan get OSHIMEN for Leao, guys? What do you think? Let me know in chat. I am... yeah, I'll say yes. I'll say yes. Now, there is one thing here that I think we all agree, is that Conte ain't gonna take Leao's antics. but never will Allegri. Nor Conte or Allegri are going to deal with lazy Leao not working his ass off and not coming back to defend. Both of these coaches need every single player to come and defend. So, Leao going to Conte. Listen, if you think of Napoli with Leao, Lukaku, Politano, and that midfield with KDB, Lobotka, they might really build something special next year, okay? Something really special. And Kashavit, good point here. Yeah, guys, I'll go to all of your chats, but I want to read this one here. Do you smell Allegri cooking a 5-3-2 if these rumors are true? Yes, maybe. Maybe it is true. Maybe it is true because Allegri definitely would. If you ask Allegri, I'm sure Allegri would say 3-5, it's the same. Allegri would probably prefer Osimhen because he wants more of that. He is more interested in central attacking strikers rather than wingers. We haven't seen Allegri play with wingers in a long time. He's played that 3-5-2, that 5-3-2, where he has wing backs. He used Chiesa as a wing back. Leao ain't gonna be a freaking wing back, that's for sure. That's for sure. So maybe there is some truth in this rumor, guys. Maybe there is some truth. And listen, guys, if you swap Leao with Osimhen, you're swapping Leao with a player that has shown to be a top star in Serie A. You ain't swapping him for any fucking clown. You're still swapping him for a really good player. I wouldn't mind the swap. Leao not being at his best and seems to have checked out. And this is the issue I have with a lot of the players right now. All of these guys seem to have checked out. Leao seems to have checked out. Theo Hernandez, who we will speak about, seems to have checked out. All of these mofos seem to have checked out. It's getting a little bit pointless to keep these players that don't have that motivation to play for the team anymore. So you know what, guys? I think if this operation were to take traction, and if there is a possibility for this to happen, I think it would benefit both parties. Osimhen to Milan would be great for Allegri's for the way Allegri plays, and Leao to Conte would be terrible for how Conte plays. So they go get a guy that doesn't work hard, while we get a guy that works really hard. But I think Conte would be able to get Leao to play the way he wants. I think Conte would be able to do that. He wants Champions League. Yes, and that's the other thing. A lot of our players want to play Champions League. Osimhen has scored 37 goals in 41 games. Oh my lord! Woo-hoo-hoo. Mamma mia, ragazzi! Those are crazy numbers. Okay. Yeah, maybe this operation would be too good to be true. I don't know. No offense to Leao. Leao has been a faithful soldier to AC Milan in these past years. I wish he would work a little bit harder for the team. I wish he would focus a little bit more on the game. But I'm open to this operation. Bring it on. I think Leao would like Conte, but I don't think he'd prefer that even in a good team with KDB. I think Leao would like Conte, but I don't think he'd prefer that even in a good team with KDB. Yeah, maybe. It's an operation where the players need to accept. I do agree that maybe Osimhen might be open to come to Milan. I don't know. But does Osimhen want to play Champions League? Will Leao want to go and play for Napoli? These are good questions. Good questions. I'll be for the trade because I believe it's easier to replace a top winger than a top striker. That's a good point. That is a good point. That is definitely a good point. If that is something, I'm open to it. Okay. All right, so a lot of you guys are open to this potential move. Forza Mila, what's up, Joel? Strasbourg Steve, what's up, my bra? Sarri is back. I'd do it if everyone agreed to it, but I don't see Leao wanting this deal. I mean, I kind of see that. I wouldn't be opposed to that idea. Maybe Leao wants something a little bit more. If he were to make a move, a Bayern maybe would be more interesting to him, or a Barcelona, or a big English team. So I definitely agree if that's the thought. Thoughts on Ambrosini coming to Milan in a managerial role? I would like it a lot. I definitely would like it a lot. We definitely need more people that are football people, and but the thing is, we need people to tell Furlani to just fuck off. Furlani, fuck off. Get out of AC Milan. We don't want you. We don't need you. Go away. So the more people that are football minded that can kind of take over, the better. The better. Like the less Furlani has can put his opinions on, the better. Furlani is a stain, guys. Furlani is a stain on the history of this club. He is a stain in the history of this club. He will be known forever as a villain, as someone that came in this club and to satisfy his own power, his own narcissism. He fucking took over the club and just ruined it. If Allegri goes 3-5-2, I'm all for the Leao swap. Yeah, listen, what other formations would Allegri play? I mean, that's what he does. He ain't playing 4-2-3-1. There's not a chance in hell Allegri is going to play with 3 attacking midfielders. It's not going to happen, guys. There's no chance in hell Allegri is going to play with 3 attacking midfielders. You can you can bring that to the bank. He's not going to play. He wants players in the middle that have high work rate. He's not going to play with a double pivot and 3 attacking midfielders. He's going to play with players that are going to work hard. He's going to play with all Fofanas in the midfield. So it is possible, yeah. I'd do it in a heartbeat. I'd do it in a heartbeat. Okay, got you. I can't see him in Allegri team at all. Yeah. It's true. It's true. Are you having people in your stream? Yes. I'm going to open up the lines in a minute. OSHIMEN and Modric would really be positive for me. Okay, so look, it seems like we have spoken about the OSHIMEN situation. Let's talk a little bit about Modric. Modric, guys. Modric to AC Milan for 1 year or so. I think Modric would have a good impact on the locker room and on the training field. I think he would. I don't know how Allegri would use Modric. Allegri is the anti-football, while Modric is pro-football, right? Modric is pro-football, Allegri is anti-football. If Allegri had the option to play as a starter, Fofana or Modric, we all know that Allegri would play Fofana over Modric. Modric is a great player, but I think he's a great player for a team that plays football. Is he a great player for a team that doesn't play football? Because, guys, listen, we can hope, we can dream, we can do whatever, but we know that with Allegri, we ain't going to see no football. We're going to see defensive football. We're going to see 11 men behind the ball in the box and then hoping for a counterattack. Okay? Like, that's the kind of football we're going to see. We're not going to see... We're going to probably get out-possessed by relegation teams. Guys, when Allegri was coaching Juventus, even though he did kind of well, like he kept Juventus up there between 6 and 4, and at a certain point he was also very close to fighting for the Scudetto for the first half of the season. But he was getting out-possessed by relegation teams. And it's not because Juventus doesn't have the players to keep the ball. It's because of how he trains the team. Allegri is Allegri, guys. He ain't going to change tomorrow. So, I don't know, guys. Does Modric really fit Allegri's game? I mean, I would love to have Modric in the team. I would have loved to have it much earlier, not at the end of his career. But does Modric fit Allegri's style of football? That's the big question. I don't know. What do you guys think? I really don't know. Um, I think the best benefit will be for the locker room and players to see what it's like to play with a guy that has won 6 Champions Leagues, a Ballon d'Or player, and to learn from a player like that and to use him as a source of inspiration. Now, there I see the benefits, but on the field, I wonder. I wonder. The problem is you find yourself wondering before the game, is it Leao's day today? Let's go to Modric. Sorry, ball. Let's run it back. That's right. Fulani is filth, 100%. Would be good to see Amro back. Yeah, that's true. Hi, SSB. What's up? I hope you're okay. For Modric, if it was a few years ago when Boban wanted him, I would have. Yes, I agree. I would have absolutely been all for it. But even now, I'd still be very happy. He's got fantastic leadership and is a Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah, I think he would be a very positive influence on the locker room. I would love to see him play on the pitch, but I don't see Modric being the guy that defends for 90 minutes. Can we laugh at Inter, guys? What an embarrassing moment! Inter, mamma mia, ragazzi, the most embarrassing defeat in a final ever, whether in any final. This has to be the most embarrassing defeat. I think the most embarrassing defeat in world football. No offense to my Brazilian friends, guys. I love you all. But Germany, Brazil is one of the biggest, most embarrassing moments for any team in football. I think this is a second. I think this is a close. It's not even. It's a close second. Again, no offense to my Brazilian friends. Love you guys, but for me, if you ask me, what is the worst defeat in the history of football? Brazil, Germany, 7-0 semifinal in Brazil has to be the worst defeat. But Inter losing to PSG in a Champions League fight is right up there. Like, we're talking about something that will stain this team forever. This team has been forever crippled. Mentally, psychologically, traumatized forever. They will forever have this trauma in them. Guys, I have secondhand embarrassment for these guys. It's crazy. Like, if I were them, I wouldn't even show up in Italy anymore. I would just disappear. I'll literally just disappear. Go on some kind of island and disappear for the rest of your lives. But wow. Holy moly. What an embarrassing display. And what an embarrassing defeat. What an embarrassing defeat. Now, we can talk about how embarrassing the defeat is. We can talk about all of that stuff. But there's a big fat but at the end of this. Inter still comes out with 190 million of money prize. And also plus other revenues. That's 190 million just from the Champions League. Plus they're going to get revenues from the Club World Cup. Next year, guys, Inter is going to have a crazy war chest. What they do with that war chest, we don't know. But knowing that Marotta is there, you can assume that at least as far as Italy goes, they will still be the most competitive team. The war chest that they built for themselves this year is truly insane for Italian standards. 190 million just from the Champions League. So yeah. As the Milan rivalry, Milan fans very happy. Inter got completely humiliated, embarrassed. But let's not downsize how much money they got out of this Champions League run they had, because now they can rebuild, and they can rebuild really well. So it's not over. Inter is not over, guys. They definitely have the most embarrassing defeat in Champions League history, no doubt about it. Most embarrassing moment in football history. Shame, but football is a sport that finishes on Monday and then Tuesday it starts all over again. They have everything they need to start all over again, and it's kind of scary how much of a war chest they have going into the next season. So I'm expecting Inter to be really strong next year too, guys. But yeah, the defeat, oh my god, embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. Allegri won't use Modric. Modric has no legs left, and that's the thing, Like with Allegri, it's all about the legs. It's all about the leg. Actually, guys, I was even thinking today, maybe Allegri, since the truth is, maybe they already knew they're going to hire Allegri, because there were talks about them hiring Allegri for months now. Some of the journalists that are really in touch and in tune with what's going on there were predicting Tare and Allegri weeks ago. They were saying, yeah, these are the two guys. If you listen to this Cristiano Ruyu, this journalist, he was talking about Tare and Allegri weeks ago. He was saying that Milan is going to hire Tare and Allegri because this, that, and the other. And he seemed to be very competent in his journalism and what he knew, and he was right. Cristiano Ruyu has got a very, very good football mind. He also predicted a long time ago that Inter would have made the final, PSG would have made the final, and PSG would have won that final. So this guy here, I have to give him a lot of credit because he obviously has a very good football mind and he is very intelligent and very in tune with the things that are going on in Italy and Europe. So yeah, well done to this guy. He predicted Allegri a long time ago. He predicted Tare a long time ago for the wrong reasons, unfortunately. But I wonder if Allegri is the guy that said, can you get rid of reindeers? Because he doesn't fit my style of play. I need runners. I need hard workers. I don't need no twinkle toe ballerinas in my team. I wonder if Allegri, or is Allegri not fighting for reindeers? I don't think Allegri would be fighting for reindeers. Allegri is the kind of guy that will fight for Fofana, but he won't fight for reindeers. Only problem with Modric is his age. Inter just made Italian football look so bad. No, listen, Joel, I don't fully agree with that, honestly. Now, I know people will be saying Italy, Farmers League, but I honestly think that they made themselves look really bad. Yeah, now, you know me, like, I am super pro Serie A. I always, in Europe, I'm always going for the Italian teams, but this was such a bad defeat that it made them look bad. I don't know if it made Italian football look bad. I mean, maybe it did for some people, but I don't feel that. I don't feel like Italian football looks bad because of Inter. I feel like Inter just fucking tore a fucking hole of embarrassment in their chest. I don't think we'll make him run. Allegri has to learn from his... Yeah, I don't think... Yeah, remember Ronaldinho? I don't think we'll make him Allegri. But I don't think Allegri is the kind of guy that is going to learn from the... he didn't want Ronaldinho because Ronaldinho wasn't running. Modric at 39? Oh, my Lord. 39? Jeez Louise. That's a little bit too much. That's a little bit too much. 39 is a little bit too much. Jeez, I didn't know it was 39. I mean, listen, we're not competing for Europe. If it was any other coach, I would be totally for it. But because it's Allegri, I don't know. But if he comes, I'll be happy. I'll give you that. I'll tell you that. My God, I didn't know he was that old. I don't think let's see. Inter from the treble to big fat zero. That's right. Beating PSG isn't for everyone, right? I saw Leao scored a bicycle kick against PSG. 39, that's crazy. Modric played a lot of games for Madrid this season, like 50. Wow. I guess he still has. I guess he still does have legs. He has legs from Milan, if managed correctly. As one of the best players of all time. Yeah. It's a tricky one. Yeah, because you're bringing in someone that is quite old. But yeah, listen, we are in so much shambles. Who the fuck are we to be beggars and choosers? Right now, we are in no position to be beggars and choosers, guys. Our midfield has Musa, Bondo, Fofana, and RLC. That's our midfield right now. So who the fuck are we to be beggars and choosers? Let's bring him in, guys. I think I'm convinced. Let's bring him in. Was Pirlo too old for Juve? We pay that price the hard way. That is free. But Pirlo was 32, I believe. 32 when he joined Juve. Pirlo was 32, and he wasn't too old. And that was a big mistake. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty convinced now. You know, if you really put one and one together, there's no place for us to be beggars and choosers. You bring in Modric to Milan, he's going to help the other player. The other players are going to be better. Players that are going to be the players that are going to the young players especially. It's a great opportunity for the young players to learn from a player like Modric. So I'm down for this. I'm down for it. Bring it on. Bring it on. He can be our reindeer's replacement. Inter players and management were talking so much shit, man. Yeah, that's right. Freaking Mkhitaryan. Ingiocabili, he was saying. He was saying very ingiocabili. But, no, listen. Most embarrassing. Most embarrassing. That was a big one, too. Maybe that's the third most embarrassing defeat. I think this one, it was so embarrassing because it was the final. All eyes of the planet that watch football were looking at that game. Inter just fucking shat the bed. They looked like amateurs. It was really bad for them. To hand a club with no heritage their first USL, it will be. Yo, that's funny. You know what else is interesting? That France has won 2 UCLs now. The first time was against Milan. It was Marseille-Milan in '93. By the way, that game was completely rigged. Marseille was doped out of their minds. Milan had a much better team. We should have won that game. Maybe Capello made some bad decisions. But regardless, that was the first time France won a CL. Then the next year, Milan beats Barcelona 4-0, making it the most the game with the most goals, winning goal margin. And then now this year, PSG is the second time France wins a UCL against Inter, and they have surpassed our record. Now they have the record of having a final with the biggest goal advantage. Fair point about Pirlo. If Modric could do that for us, sign him immediately. But Pirlo, guys, was 32, okay? Like, there's a big difference between 32 and 39. Like, at 32, you still have 4 or 5 years if you treat yourself well at the highest level possible, right? Because once you get in that 32, 33, 34, 35 range, if you have treated your body correctly, that is when experience and physicality meet at their peak. I don't know if this is exactly comparable. I don't know where Modric is, but there is a slight difference there in age. Modric 39, that's crazy, guys. I mean, he's going to be 40 next season. If he comes to us, we're going to have a 40-year-old man in the midfield. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not against it. 5-0 in a final is more embarrassing than 7-1 in a semi-final. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if Brazilians would agree with that. But that 7-1, for Brazil has a lot of pride. Maybe Modric plays 30, 40 games for us and is managed more, but he's 39, and so is a risk. Yeah, you have to manage him. Correctly. In my opinion, it's a different cup of tea, maybe a bit biased from an Italian. I just think it's different. The age is different. The age is a major difference. I don't see this ownership getting a deal done like that OSHIMEN one or Modric one either. To be honest, these guys will get a bum instead. I won't be surprised. We have the most incompetent management in the history of the game, so I wouldn't be surprised at all. Okay, guys, let me go through these chats, and then I'll start opening the lines. Lautaro and most of the Inter squad is quite overrated, to be honest. I know we have our own problems, but Inter took Serie A down with them. I mean, Rafiq, you say that, But if Inter took Serie down with them, what did we do, you know? Like, we got our asses kicked by Dynamo and Feyenoord. Atalanta got their asses kicked by the Belgian team from CDK used to play in. Juventus also shat the bed. Bologna shat the bed. Inter made it to the final. They beat Bayern. They beat Barcelona. Of course, this defeat is huge. But they still made it to the final. They still made tons of money. So this is the question I was asking my buddies the other day. I wonder what you guys think. Maybe, you know what? I'll put a poll in the chat. What is worse, guys? This is the big question. This is the big question of the day. What is worse? Losing a Champions League final 5-0 or getting kicked out of the Champions League by Feyenoord, a team out of which you just bought their best striker? Let me know. What do you guys think? I'm really curious to know what you guys think about this. What is worse? Losing 5-0 Oh, dude, everything is different now. Hold on, guys. Everything is different now. What the fuck? Has it been this long since I haven't... Where is the... Oh, okay. Hold on. Jesus. Give me a second, guys, here. Give me a second. Let me log into the channel and put this poll up. And guys, be patient. I will be opening up the channels. I just want to finish a few topics because when I open up the channel, I want to do less talking possible. I want to have other guys talk. So I want to put this poll up. I'm really curious to know what you guys think. What is worse? Losing 5-0 in a Champions League final or getting kicked out by Feyenoord when you are supposedly one of the biggest teams in the history of the sport. Now, guys, it's subjective. There is no right or wrong answer. It really comes down to your opinion. And guys, remember to click that like button, guys. Click the like button if you haven't already. And subscribe if you haven't already, guys. This summer is going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be very active this summer. Very, very active this summer. Man, I haven't done this in a while. Come on. Okay. So, let's see. Allegri has to change if he wants to succeed. I'm for Italian reinforcement at Milan now. At least Redbird won't be able to moneyball them out of our club soon. Italian players somehow attract less attention abroad. This will work for us. I'm very happy that we're finally doing this. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping they get some good players that will bring some good heart into the team. So yeah, me too. What up, Red Devil Studio? Bruh, guys, if we had a bad season, our brother, G, oh boy. We're in the same boat, Red Devil. We're in the same boat, G. We were slightly better in the league. We finished 8th. I don't think you guys finished lower than 8th. But we're in the same boat. We're part of the same club. The Devil teams are all part of the same club. We're run by fucking shit people that do not know a damn thing about the sport. It's embarrassing how both Manchester United and AC Milan are being run. At least Modric still wants to play at the highest level instead of going to MLS for a Saudi for the dough. He must really love playing the game. That's a good point. Yeah. That's why I respect Modric even when he stayed in Madrid. That's a good point. Modric or Musa, yeah, right. Yeah, Modric, every day, of course. We're homeless, we need to accept the bread. That's right. If Allegri good with you, if Allegri good with you system, I wish Camarda and Liberali. Yes, I would love to see Camarda and Liberali become big part of a team. That's what we need. We need these players that were brought up in the Milan system to show that Milan great, to show that Milanismo, to play for the colors of the club. Right now, all we have been doing is abusing the growth degree and getting only foreign players that are just playing for the contract. There's no love for the shirt. There's no attachment to the colors. They're not playing for the country. They're playing for themselves. They're playing for their contracts. This doesn't work. Look at PSG, guys. Look at what PSG did. They had all these. They had Neymar, Messi, Ibra, Mbappe, all these figurine, as they call them in Italian. What did that bring them? Brought them nothing. The moment they changed to, let's make this more of a French team, a French domestic core. Let's surround this let's get some of the best French players. Let's make them play together. Let's surround them with other great players. Hello, this is the formula. This has always been the formula. This has always been the formula. And it works. It worked for PSG. It's working for Barcelona. To a certain extent, it also has worked for Inter, even though they got the most embarrassing defeat in the history of the sport in the Champions League. But that chemistry, that alchemy, that formula, domestic core, get your international, national level players, youth players that come from the academy, and also buy some of the best domestic players and surround them with top foreign talent. That formula always fucking works. We saw how you do the complete opposite. Where are we? 8th. You get kicked out by Feyenoord. You have to change the coach every 6 months. You get beaten by Bologna in the final of the Coppa Italia. It doesn't work, guys. You have to respect the domestic aspect of every league. Of every league has that. Every league has that. Marseille, yeah, Papin scored, didn't he? Oh, he did? Did Papin score? I don't know. I guess he did. We got him 2 years later, I think, right? I was at Milan Marseille game. Should have beaten them. Oh, damn. Well, you tell us who scored in that game. I thought it was. I don't remember. What about the Euro 2012 final when Spain beat Italy 4-0? For me, that's also that's a big one. 100%. I would maybe put that one as the third most embarrassing defeat. I would say Germany, Brazil, number 1. Inter, PSG, number 2. Spain, Italy, number 3. Bayern, Barcelona, number 4. That's my tier. That's just my tier. Just my opinion, guys. Just my opinion. Nothing else. How we've never played Camarda this season for Jovic. Disgrace. Fucking Inter erasing our history of our shitty performance. Feyenoord twice we got cooked. Embarrassing. That's tough shit, bro. Tough shit. I saw that Toulouse fans are upset with Redbird as well because they don't have a CO. Yeah. I've been reading that as well. It's pretty shitty. It sucks for sure. It shouldn't be like that. These guys have no clue what they're doing. They're absolutely useless at this sport. They are abusing. Even Gullit said it. Gullit said that and nothing against Americans, guys. I love America. I love Americans, guys. Nothing against America, but Americans just don't get the. I mean, I don't know. The Americans that are buying teams, they just don't understand the culture. They don't understand how the game works. It's embarrassing. All the pregame hype for them to get smoked again, San Siro. Losing 5-0 is written in history. So if you will forever be remembered about that, and this is true. I mean, obviously people will remember losing 5-0 more than Milan getting kicked out by Feyenoord. Like, that will stay in history forever. It's big. It's big, guys. Losing 5-0 is big. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. All right. Damn. Let me get down to these chats. It will be forever remembered about that, and it will be, yeah, there's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt about that. Inter has a stain in their history that will be there forever. It will be talked about forever. And c'est la vie, c'est la vie. But listen, we also had something very similar, which was losing the second star to Inter in our own home. That is pretty embarrassing as well. But that's a domestic thing. As a matter of fact, Jerry didn't even know. But the world knows about the 5-0. The world doesn't know about the second star that Inter took from us. Italy knows. But the 5-0 is the world. I mean, if it's 3-0, I think are ours, but anything 4 and above is football history, so no for me. Got you. Losing the 5-0 is way worse. If it was us, I would never get over that. Listen, I totally hear you guys. I honestly, I have been thinking about it, and as much as I've criticized Milan, as much as I fucking hate what's happening with AC Milan right now, as much as I fucking despise it, and I would maybe I would rather be in our position than losing 5-0 in a Champions League final. Maybe. But listen, they lost 5-0, but they still got a shitload of money. So in order for us to get money, we got to sell our players. So let's keep on talking about that. Let's keep on talking about that. Let's go to the next player that is on the chopping block. Theo Hernandez, one of Maldini's greatest creations. Once out, he's checked out. He is so fucking tired of playing for that weasel Furlani that he's ready to go and destroy his career, be forgotten, and play in Saudi Arabia with all due respect. He wants to get big money. Gazzetta dello Sport is saying that this operation is really close to being done. The management don't want him. The management consider him as a toxic, someone that brings toxicity. He doesn't want to be part of it. We all know, as much as we hate them for what they did to Maldini, he's one of us. He is one of those players that that liked Maldini's post during the 120th birthday of Milan. He is part of the Maldini crew. He's checked out. Unfortunately, he's checked out. And it's a shame because we're talking about a player in a healthy team would be considered maybe the best fullback in the world. In a healthy team. Of course, when the team is Milan, it's very difficult to be considered best at anything with the way it's being run. But in a healthy team, we saw that when he was playing in a healthy team under Maldini, he was considered the best in the world. Not just by us in Italy, but everybody was saying that. We saw it in his performances with France. We saw it with his performances in Italy with Milan. So this is a huge disappointment that we're going to lose another elite player. This is another signal of how shitty the management is and how they do not believe in creating a winning football club. They want a football club that just makes them money. They just want to sell players during the summer. That's all they give a fuck about. That's really all they give a fuck about. They just they salivate. They are fucking salivating every time summer is close because they know they get to sell players and all that cash starts to flow in the coffers. They are salivating, foaming. They're foaming right now in the mouth because of the prospect of selling all our players. These guys, that's all they live for. They don't give a fuck about anything else. And guys, don't take my word for it. Don't take my word for it. This is not what I'm saying. The man that I respect the most on this planet, there's one man that I respect more than anybody else on this planet, and I give him major props because this man is literally the most honest man that this planet has ever gifted us. His name is Scaroni. This guy is so honest. He should be studied how honest he is. Take his word for it. He said it. He said it. Guys, you guys This is a different Milan. The goal of Milan is to make money regardless of results. The fans need to start to get used to it. Stop fucking complaining. This is his words. I'm not paraphrasing. I'm not saying it. He's saying it. Super honest man. Scaroni, 100% respect for you. I respect this guy because of how honest he is. Another person who is very honest when he does economic seminars, but extremely dishonest when he talks to Italian media, is Jerry Cardinale. Jerry Cardinale, now, he is a liar. But when he does his economic forums, he's incredibly honest. And he says that the reason why they want to get into the business of European football is cash flow, summer market, player trading, cash flow. So guys, these guys are salivating right now. They are happy. Theo, 30 million. Reinders, 75 million. This guy, 20 million. That guy, 20 million. Then they get to turn that money around. They get to pocket some of that. Some of that goes to the debt. Then they get to pay for other Moneyball players that hopefully they can turn around again. Just disgusting operation. Absolutely disgusting operation. So, it looks like Theo is going to be sold, and rumors today were suggesting that Cambiaso could be the replacement to Theo Hernandez. How do we feel about that? I'll tell you how I feel about it. I like Cambiaso a lot. I wish we would have gotten him when he was playing for Genoa and he was ready to go into a big club. At that moment, the growth decree was still a thing, and at that moment, Milan was not buying Italian players. Milan was only buying foreign players because of the tax breaks that they were getting by buying foreign players. So Cambiaso was never an option. But now that the growth decree is gone, you don't get tax breaks. It's a level playing field. It's a level playing field. Italian players, foreign players, Serie A based players, foreign players, you get to pay the same amount of taxes. It's a the playing field has been leveled up. And all of a sudden, Milan wants to buy Italian players. Wow. Wow, isn't that something? So they're saying Cambiaso could be the replacement for Theo Hernandez. I personally like Cambiaso a lot. I would love to see a Milan with Theo Hernandez on the left and Cambiaso on the right. If we are to get an Italian fullback, he would have to be one of the best choices. He would have to be one of the best choices. He's still young, still has to get into his prime. He's a part of the national team. If you want to start to build an Italian core, he's a good option as a fullback to build that Italian core. So I am for this move. I'm not for him replacing Theo Hernandez. I believe Theo Hernandez is irreplaceable. I think if it was up to me, Theo Hernandez would be in AC Milan until the end of his career, and then we would take his shirt and put it in a frame, and nobody would ever wear it again. If it was up for me, but it's not up for me. Because of the way things are, I'll take this deal. It is what it is. What do you guys think about it? Do we like him? Do we not like him? What do you guys think? Let's see. Let's go to chat. Man, this is taking a while. I was going to open the line sooner. Where are we? Where are we? Okay, here we go. Getting kicked out by Fernando will be remembered by me, yeah, and me. Istanbul was bad enough. Oh, by the way, Istanbul is also one of the biggest embarrassment defeats in the history of the game, yeah. Kratos is going to return. Yes, I think Kratos will make a few appearances this summer, no doubt. Nico, what's up? The Milanista Report, guys. Go and subscribe to the Milanista Report. Great content, great minds, very, very intelligent perspective on what is going on. Subscribe to the Milanista Report, and also subscribe to Red Devil Studios. Also very, very, very intelligent, great mind, great guy too. Since it looks like Theo is leaving, who do you guys prefer to replace him, Cambiaso or Udoge? That's a good question. Now listen, for me, Cambiaso is more of a right back. I mean, that's how I knew Cambiaso, more as a right back, not as left back. Udoge is more of a pure left back. Yeah, that's a good one, man. maybe Udogie. Maybe Udogie, since he's more of a pure left back. But I'll take him both. I'll take him both because they're both similar, and they are both part of the Italian national team. So one or the other is good for me. Is the same Red Devil the Cambiaso day long, but that costs money, money, money. I wonder how much that is. Udogie is very injury prone at Spurs. He is a risk. Okay. Cambiaso isn't very good either. Nowhere near Terra's level. I mean, no, there are not many players near Terra's level. You know, that's just a thing. Like, Theo is part of the best. He is. Now, we don't see that because he's playing in a Milan that makes no sense, that is run by fucking donkeys. But we saw what Theo looks like when he plays in a Milan that is run properly. He is one of the best. So yeah, that's guys. This is part of the thing that we'll have to contend with. It's going to be hard for any of our players to express themselves at their highest potential because of how the club is being run. This is something we have to contend with, unfortunately. Now, let's see what Allegri does and his staff do. This is the first time that I can remember in our history that we get a coach that has won so many Scudettis, so many trophies. He's made the Champions League finals twice. He's lost them both against Madrid and Barcelona. He's won 6 Scudettis. He does play the worst football in the history of the game, but maybe he can get something out of these players. We will find out. We will find out in a few months. I don't see Allegri playing Camarda and Liberali unless he's forced to. Allegri does not have a reputation of playing young players. Actually, Allegri despises young players. Allegri has always been very open about how he prefers experience. He likes experience and he likes physicality. He wants developed players that are strong physically, even if they have shitty feet, but they need to have experience and physicality. He's always said this. Camarda has to get a proper chance next season. I hope he does. What we saw against Monza was incredible. I hope he does. And by the way, guys, in September we have the U20 World Cup. Italy is going to be in that World Cup, and it is Camarda's U19 team that qualified for that cup. So we're going to see Camarda, Liberali, and a bunch of other Milan youth players in that World Cup. That World Cup is always a great indicator and metric to see how the players will do in the future. And you only get forced if the season... Okay. And you only get forced to if the season's lost midway before or Christmas. PSG invested in players from their league and country, and it paid off. Yes, correct. Yes, 100%, Joel. Desiree Due is such a baller. Yeah, very good. Excellent player. Absolutely. Yeah, 100%. We could have gotten Vicha too. Yeah, I was fucking calling for this guy, man. I don't know if Vicha would have stayed, but we should have gotten him. Yeah, 100%. Basil Bolly? Who's that? Redbird's football heritage is just in its infancy. It's not looking good for them. It's definitely not looking good for them. Vicha was scouted on this channel when he was playing in Russia. Crazy lore for Russo9 TV, right? Yeah, we're looking at this player. We're fucking mesmerized by this player years ago. And look at him now. In 3 years of top flight football, he won the Serie A as an MVP. And then second season, not so good with Napoli. Third season, Napoli wins the Serie A. He was part of the first half of it. He wins he goes to PSG. He replaces Mbappe essentially, and he wins the Champions League. He wins a treble. He wins a quadruple. Because I don't know if he also gets credit for Napoli. I mean, some of it. He does have a contribution in some of Napoli's points. Do Something wrong with sharp sound comes and goes. It's not smart. My bad, brother. My bad, guys. I'm on a new device. I'm not sure what the sound is like. I hope it's not bad. I think Italy will never coach a big club ever again. Damn. That's a big prediction. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you're right. They have no clue. Deportivo 4-1 loss. That was a big one. That was a big defeat, man. I cried that day, man. I fucking didn't go to class in college to watch that game, and we lost. I not only cried, I felt like shit. I felt guilty. Nobody outside of our fans will remember us going out to Feyenoord. Yeah, that's true. You know, only we will remember getting kicked out by Feyenoord. But that 5-0 with Inter, everybody. Okay, guys, the final player that I want to talk about is RICCI. RICCI. RICCI is going to, looks like RICCI is going to be part of the squad as well. RICCI is more of a regista kind of player. He likes to sit in front of a defense. He likes to pass the ball around. He's got a pretty good record when it comes to winning duels and covering the field. He's obviously not a goal scorer or an assist, a guy that creates assists. He does have a little bit of offensive bite, but that is not why RICCI would come to Milan. Not to contribute to the offensive game, but he would come to contribute to the midfield. He is a runner. He runs, he fights like a maniac, and he does have quality when it comes to his passing game. RICCI for me would be a good solution. Again, it would we would be getting more of that Italian core, and also definitely a better midfielder than any of the midfielders we have right now. I don't consider Reinders a midfielder. I consider him, I don't know what I consider him. But if I were to compare RICCI to Fofana, Musa, RLC, and all these guys, RICCI is miles ahead of these guys, and he would bring a little bit more organization into the midfield. Is he the best regista available? Absolutely not. But he is a decent option. I'd be happy with him. How do you guys feel about Il Riccione, RICCI? Tell me what you guys think. Are you happy with this possible and potential acquisition, or would you prefer Milan to look elsewhere? In the meantime, guys, I will be opening up the channel, so if anybody wants to come up and say their piece, you are more than welcome to. Theo never got over Maldini second. Yeah, that is 100% true. Will Theo accept the move? It's strange for me to see Theo accept a move to Saudi Arabia. Guys, remember to like the stream. Make sure that you click that like button, guys. If you haven't, let's bring up the likes. Let's bring up the likes, because this summer we're going to be busy. So we need a lot of traffic, and those likes help with the traffic. It's the minimum anybody can do. So I would appreciate it if you do click that like button. Let's do it for... Let's click the like button for the hopeful return of the King, Paolo Maldini. I'm late. Leao for Osimhen, yes or no? I would say yes. Scaroni is on his way to sainthood for his honesty. Yeah, that's right. He's the most honest man in the world, dude. I've never seen a more honest person than Scaroni. Honestly, like, how does he do it? Like, this guy, even those little white lies, he wouldn't do that. Yes, Scaroni was talking about selling our players during Scudetto celebrities. I'll never respect that guy. Think he's a cancer for the club. Yeah, I mean, that's the real truth. Yeah, I like CAMBIASO, but Juve would only do it if it's a swap. And oh yeah, so the swap, as I was talking to Kim earlier, could be Kalulu. The swap could be Kalulu. So maybe they want to get Kalulu and we get CAMBIASO in a swap kind of situation. They play different roles. CAMBIASO obviously much more of a winger, while Kalulu more of a defensive player. Especially Kalulu very good for a back three on the right. CAMBIASO is more of a pure winger. But not bad. Not bad. I wouldn't mind that swap. Milan's top scoring defender, Theo Hernandez, right. Theo Hernandez has surpassed Maldini. has surpassed Maldini's record. That's right. Bucchiano, what's up, my man? Forza Milano, been a while. How you doing, brother? Roy, did you see the U17 Italy? Some good talent? Yeah, I did. A lot of good talent. And I like what I'm seeing from Italy in these past two, let's say 5 years or 4 years. There's a different trend coming from the Italian schools. Now they're starting to play more football. They're liking to dominate the game. It's less that defensive thing. They will defend if they have to. They still have that, but they're playing football. We saw that with Camarda's U17. We saw that with Camarda's U19, which should have probably won that competition. They seem to be the better team. And even this U17 that lost against Portugal's in the penalties was probably the best team in the tournament. Was probably they completely dominated every game. They messed up with Portugal, lost in penalties, but it's not really important who wins these tournaments. It's more important to see how these players develop, because there's a lot of champions that we see now that play in the Champions League that didn't necessarily win anything when they were playing for their U17 national teams, but they turned out to be great players. So it's winning at this age is not very important. It's not very important. It's more like what kind of player are you and what are you going to... If you win, that's a plus, no doubt. I'm glad we never got Vicha. We would have fell in love with him. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. He would have gone. He would have been gone, and he would have... we would have it would have been a disaster. Depressive. Ricci would be good, but we need more. Yeah, he wouldn't be the only one. For Ricci, Rovella, Modric, Fofana, I don't mind that. That's good. That's good. Ricci, Rovella, Modric was a... Maybe we need a little bit more. I think we need two more. I think... Allegri would not play with a midfield of two. I think he would probably play with three. Oh, guys, I forgot. How can I fucking forget? Allegri's favorite player of all time, guys, is being linked to us. Rabiot the GOAT. Rabiot, guys. Rabiot. Are you guys ready to see Rabiot play for AC Milan? That would be fantastic. I can't stand Fofana. I'm not a big fan either. Why not swap Theo for Cambiaso if they all want new solution? Yeah, Juventus has been linked to Theo Hernandez. It'd be crazy to see that happen. Seeing Theo Hernandez in a Juventus shirt would break my heart. And also, guys, watch out for this. Watch out for this. It is very possible we will see... It is very possible we will see Tonali in a Juventus shirt next year. Because Juventus seems to be all in for Tonali. They're ready to give Newcastle a bunch of players. Honestly, from what I saw, I don't know if this is true. The rumor is that they want to give Newcastle Vlahovic and Douglas Luiz for Tonali. I think Newcastle will be crazy to say no to that. Newcastle will be crazy to say no to that. So watch out for that operation. And if we get to see Tonali in a Juventus shirt, man, my heart will bleed. My heart will bleed. Hell nah, keep Rabiot away. Is Marseille already fed up with him? Well, I think his contract expires, I believe. Or, oh, no, he's got a release clause of 10 million. He's got a release clause of 10 million. So he would be an easy solution. Easy solution. Ideally, and a doable midfield, Rovella, Ricci, Modric, Cardozo, Fofana. 1, 2, 3. We need one more. Give me one more. One more player. Okay, you know who I would add to this? I'm not so familiar with Cardozo, but I would add Anguissa. I've been reading that Anguissa is not renewing his contract with Napoli. Also, because KDB is coming, somebody's going to be sitting on the bench if KDB is coming. And I don't know who that player is. Obviously, it won't be McTominay, and KDB does not play the same position that Lobotka plays. So I think Anguissa is on his way out. and I would try and get him in. I would try and get him in. I think that would be a good balance. Rovella, Ricci, Modric, Cardozo, Fofana, and Anguissa. I think that you have muscle, you have quality, you have heart, you have intelligence. Again, I don't know who Cardozo is, but I know Rovella plays with heart. I know Ricci plays with heart. I know Modric plays with heart. I know Fofana is that kind of player. I don't know Cardozo. I'm not familiar with him. But Anguissa is one of Italy's best midfielders. Serie A's best midfielders. I wouldn't mind trying to hijack that if it's possible. Tonali in a Juve shirt is a fucking nightmare. You can say that loud and even louder. I think that Newcastle say no to that. I hope they say no to that. Actually, Steve is a Newcastle fan. Maybe he knows. No, if I see Sandrino in a Juve shirt, that would be heartbreaking. Yeah, I'll be so heartbreaking. Unless Tonali forces a move out. Frattesi to Napoli. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Frattesi apparently... by the way, I didn't watch the game. I was working. But Frattesi didn't play. And Frattesi is very angry. He's very angry at Inzaghi. It looks like Frattesi wants out. And maybe in hindsight, Frattesi would have been the better option, since he is super, his work rate is super high against that PSG. Based on what I heard happened, it would have probably been better for Inter to have a guy with high work rate in the midfield like Frattesi. I'm not saying that would have changed anything, but maybe it would have been better. That's a beefy midfield. Yeah, that's right. I'd take it on Anguissa. Yeah, Anguissa is very good. Yeah. Make Juve great again. Yeah, let's make Juve great again. Courtesy of AC Milan. Would you take Sergej Milankovic-Savic at Milan? Apparently he was one of Tari's targets of our midfield. He was always one of my favorite midfielders. I was hoping that he was going to be the replacement for Kessie when we lost Kessie. I don't know what I don't. It's been a while now. It's been what, 3 seasons? I don't know what he looks like anymore. I don't know if he is the same level. So, based on his experience in Serie A, I would say yes, but I'm a little bit on the fence because I just don't know if, has he regressed? Has he progressed? These are questions that I would like to ask. I would like to know. Cardozo is on the U.S. men's national team and plays in Spain. I think Atletico. Oh, okay, I remember. We were linked with this guy. Yeah, I remember being linked to this guy. Yeah. How old is SMS? Has to be in his 30s. Too old. Ball winner and good on counter press. Gotcha. Okay. He's 30 years old. Okay, that's pretty young. 30 is young. It's not bad. SMS Modric and just have Musa do all the running. Yeah. But 30 years old is not too bad. Carlo, it would kill me to see Tonali Juve. Yeah, it'd be an absolute shame. We are at the end of a cycle. Players are retiring and new young talents are coming out. SSB, when you say we, who do you mean? Because aren't you, what team do you support? Who are you talking about? Riccardo Calafiori, I saw news about him. Yeah, that's right. There's also Riccardo Calafiori being linked to us. There's Leoni, there's Coppola, there's a lot of Italian defenders. All of a sudden, Milan can afford Italian defenders. Huh? Someone I know a few years ago wrote that Milan can't afford Italian players. How come all of a sudden Milan can afford Italian players? Maybe because a certain growth decree doesn't exist anymore? Bruh, I run circles around all of these fuckers. I run circles around all of them. All of them. SMS is a smoker. He's not that old, but in football years with his lungs at stay away. Okay. That's right. Yeah. The guy was writing, "Oh, Milan can't afford Italian players. All of a sudden, we can afford Italian players. Why is that? Why is it that all of a sudden we can afford Italian players? We, as in the football world in general." Yeah. You're right. There is a change of generations. There is definitely a change in generations. You're right about that. SMS has been with Saudi League for 2 years now. His level is not going to be the same as when he was with Lazio. These are questions I have. They are definitely questions I have. Obviously, look, when he was in Serie A, he was killing it in the Serie A. He was one of the best players. Like, he was 100% one of the best players in Serie A. He was an absolute baller. Like, he was incredible. But yeah, let's see, guys. If he comes, I won't. If they get him, I won't be disappointed. I'll be disappointed if we go back to this Moneyball route and get these unknown players that come from fucking mid-table teams or relegation teams that still need to break through, and they're all fucking, 20 million, 15, 18 million. If we keep on doing that thing, then I'll be very disappointed. But if we get players with a little bit of clout, that would be a little bit more promising, right? It gives you more optimism. But if you're going for all these fucking players, these Moneyball players that they get from fucking what's his name? That fucking asshole, Billy Bean, right? Who was it? ZZ the other day was saying that in that Harvard interview, Moncada said that every week he meets up with fucking Billy Bean. Guys, if Billy Bean is choosing our players, then forget it. Forget it. We're fucked. We're fucked. If Billy Bean is still going to be the one choosing our players, we are fucked. But if we get players that are a little bit more, that we know what they can do, that are good, then then we can start to be a little bit more optimistic. But as long as we do this Moneyball algorithm bullshit, it will never work at Milan. Milan is too special for that. The players won't be motivated. We might need a smoke next season. Get SMS in. What about Ricci? Any update? The update is that the player wants to come. The club is eager to get him. So it's going to be... We'll see. I would say 80% I think it's going to happen. Unless he gets hijacked by some other team, 80% I think it's going to happen. Watch out for Inter, because Inter has a crazy war chest. Inter doesn't need to sell anybody to get a crazy war chest. They definitely need to renew some players because they're on the older side. But watch out for Inter, guys, because they might hijack a lot of our targets, because their war chest this year is insane. It's insane. How good is DiMarco really? I mean, if you look at the entirety of the season, DiMarco has been one of the best performers on the left, right, as a left back in Europe and also in Italy. If we just want to look at the final, in which apparently, I don't know, I didn't see the game, but apparently he was at fault with many of the goals. If you just want to judge him for that one game, then he's crap. But if you want to judge him for, the whole package and what he brings to Inter the whole season, I would say he's a good player. I would say he's a good player. Is he one of the best? I mean, some people said it this year. Some people said that he is one of the best in that role, but he had a really shitty final. I mean, I guess who didn't have a shitty... If you lose 5-0, who are you going to save? Sumner ain't going to be saved. DiMarco obviously is not going to be saved. Acerbi is not going to be saved. Pavard is... None of those guys are going to be saved. Barella, who, gets tons of praise from me and from the world of football, he doesn't get any passes for that shit. All players, every single player involved in that game, shat the bed. All of them shat the bed. Nobody gets saved. Yeah, yeah. Guess who said it? The guys, and you know what's the fucking irony about that? You know what's so fucking ironic? That year, That year that that certain someone said that Milan can't afford Italian players was the year that Milan had the most revenues, had acquired the most revenues from that Champions League semi-final. This year, this is the worst year as far as revenues of Milan. All of a sudden, we can afford Italian players. Guys, there's some people that understand, and there's some people that don't. It's pretty simple. Either you fucking get it or you don't. It's one or the other. It's black or white. It ain't nothing else. There's no grays. It's black or white. The reason why Milan couldn't afford Italian players is simply because Milan was exploiting the growth decree. They had no intention to get Italian players. They just wanted to get foreign players because of tax breaks. You think Jerry gives a fuck about building an Italian core? Or does he give a fuck about saving money on tax breaks? Use your fucking brain, damn it. People don't want to use their brain. They just want to use their heart all the time. Use the brain is there for a fucking reason. Let's see. I know Nico. Imagine Seaman sincere playing for them. He was my favorite out of the new junior players. Yeah, same here, brother. Same here. Same here. DiMarco is cooked, bro. I think the final... Nah, he's too young to be cooked. He's way too young. I mean, he's what, 26, 20... I mean, listen, look. I mean, Pirlo in the 2004 Euro was 32. That game there that they lost 4-0 was an complete embarrassment. Chiellini was part of that team. He got embarrassed, right? But it wasn't the end of their careers. I wouldn't say it's the end of their careers. I mean, it's just like a big stain, but they still have a lot to play for. I mean, even Milan, when we fucking shat the bed against Liverpool, a lot of our players, they got back up and they won, you know? Now, I don't know if these guys here at Inter will do that, but I wouldn't say that it's the end of his career. I don't think that. Maybe it is. Maybe you're right. I don't think so. I think it's too early to say that. Well, in the 90s, before my time, when Milan beat Barca 4-0 in the final, what happened to the Barca team after? Did they bounce back or collapse or dismantle? No, Barcelona was always one of the most competitive teams in Spain. But at that period, Germany had a very strong teams. Ajax was very strong. Ajax was stronger than Barcelona during that period. Ajax made a bunch of finals. I mean, Barcelona won the Champions League before the 1994. They won it a few years before. Barcelona has always been a strong team. You know, Real Madrid was always the strongest team. Barcelona then really became a strong team with when those players came in. The usual, you know, with Rijkaard, when he was the coach, that's when they became one of the best, or maybe like top in the world. But they were always one of the better teams in Europe. They always have been. Bro, a lot of Inter fans like Uncle Sharma are rage quitting. They won't even talk about the final. Yeah, God, man. If I was a fucking Inter fan, I would bury my head under the ground, dude. I wouldn't show my... Bruh, if that happened to Milan, guys, you would never see me ever again. If that happened to Milan, I would be so fucking embarrassed, you would never see me ever again. Never. I would not be... I don't know how these guys are taking it. Right now, I'm so fucking blessed to not have become an Inter fan, because I don't know how I would take it, honestly. I think it's so fucking embarrassing. I would not know how to take it. I would completely... I would not know how to take it, bruv. It affected Barca for 12 years. Yeah, Barcelona, they got back in this final against... You know what, Barcelona... They won in 2006, but they shouldn't have fucking won in 2006, because that semi-final, they played it against us. Shevchenko scored a goal that was deemed a foul because Puyol tripped like a bitch. And they gave the game to Barcelona. We should have gone through that game. Shevchenko's header was the winner. But at that point, Barcelona was paying the refs, I guess. I can see Inter hijacking the RICCI deal. It can happen. Watch out for that. It can happen for sure because they have to renew their midfield. Frattesi wants out. Mkhitaryan needs to go. Çalhanoğlu also, is he going to stay? So they definitely need. They're definitely going to be. Watch out for the hijacking of RICCI. Yeah. Inter's in trouble if Inzaghi leaves. Their team is built purely for a 3-5-2, and there isn't coaches left. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've seen a couple of Inter fans say they're not going to talk football for a while. Yeah, I'll do the same. I would do the exact same. Inter's in trouble if Inzaghi leaves. Their team is built purely for 3-5-2, and there isn't coaches left out there and available that can play it. Yeah, they have built a team specifically for that formation. So whatever they do, it has to be either keep on building a team like that or completely revamp. And when you do a complete revamp, it's always going to be a risk because you might make mistakes that will cost for the entire season. So they're not in the best situation. They do have a lot of money. The thing is this, they have a lot of money and they have Marotta. Those two combinations are decent. Inter has no wingers. They cannot adjust any formation. It's three at the back or nothing. Based on the current roster, yeah. That's it. Now, with the revamp they will do, we'll see. We'll see what they do. If it's going to be another coach, watch out for, are you guys ready for it? Drum roll. Mancini, guys. Watch out for Mancini. If Mancini might be going back to Inter, then I would expect a pretty big revamp. If Inzaghi stays with Inter, then I think things are going to stay more or less the same as far as the formation and the roster and the type of roster. We have too much FIFA career mode fans. It's why Inter gets slice open. It's a 4v3 counterattack. Yeah, it was fucking awful. I still think players like Barella, Thuram, Lautaro Bastoni, and even Hakan will be useful to 90% of teams. What? That makes no sense. What do you mean? Why would they be useful? Useless. I don't understand that. You have to explain that one. I don't get that. Mustafa Arbali, what's up, my brother? Rivaldo, remember Rivaldo? Why did Rijkaard never manage to top? Why didn't he manage a top team again? I don't know. I think he got tired of it. I don't know. I think he just hit it and quit it. Did we talk about Modric? Yeah, we did. We have spoken about Modric. Most of us are in favor of that operation, even though there's a lot of questions. If I was Milan, James Bond wouldn't be able to find me. Italy will not have a UCL winner until we make the final again, I'm sure. It is possible because we are the ones that have the DNA. We have the European DNA. We are the ones that are not scared to fucking play in Europe. We just need to be run by people that can transmit those values to the team, right? We need people like Maldini that have the ability to transmit those European values to the project. With Furlani, guys, where do we want to go with Furlani? Hakan looked washed. Hakan has been shit for a while. Inter embarrassed the Serie A. It was embarrassing, no doubt about it. Italian teams are 12, 18 in finals, 18 wins, 18 losses. Crazy stat. Yeah, it's not a good stat. It should be better, for sure. That's all because of Juve, though. That's mostly because of Juve. Because Juve has been in, what? I think 11 finals, and they... No. Juve has been in 9 finals, and they have lost 7. Inter has been in a bunch of finals, and now I know they lost... I think they lost 3. Something like that. Or something like that. I don't know. But it's... I mean, Milan lost the Champions League in 52 against Real Madrid. That was the first one they lost. Or no, 58 against Real Madrid. Then they won in 63. They won in 69. The best year, guys. We won it in 1969, guys. Come on. We won it the best year, the 1969. Then they won it in 88. In 89, they lost 93, won 94, lost 96, 95, won 03, lost 05, won 07. So, yeah, we lost, what, 3 finals? 4 finals. We lost 4 finals. We lost 4 finals, won 7. So, our record is decent, you know? It's better than decent. It's good. Out of 11 finals, we won 7. We should have won more. In 2000, in 93, we should have won it. In 95, we should have won it. And in 05, we should have won it. And maybe also in 06, we would have won it if those fuckers, referees, wouldn't have fucked us over. Even in our worst state, Juve and Inter will never be Milan in Europe. No, it's not in their DNA. Like our DNA, even like before the Champions League existed, there was the Coppa Latina, which was a cup, an international trophy tournament with all the Latin countries, so like France, Italy, Portugal, Spain, and Milan won 2 of those. So it's always been in our history to go abroad and win the European games. It's always been part of our DNA. It's always just been part of our DNA. I'm trying to say that the one game doesn't reflect the blowout score line in terms of player. I'm trying to say is that the one game doesn't reflect the blowout score line in terms of player quality. Yeah, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. How many positions do we need to be successful this upcoming season? How many positions do we need to be successful? What do you mean positions? Like what? Where? Listen, guys. This is the way I see it. Fuck Jerry. Fuck Furlani. Fuck Moncada. Fuck Scaroni. And fuck Billy B. This is still Milan. We have the revenues and the resources to be the best team in Italy every year. Next year, we only have Italy. I agree with the people that say if we don't win it, it's a failure. I agree with those people. Next season, there's only one option. You win it, or get the fuck out of the club. Just leave. Just leave us alone. Just stop torturing us. Next season is win it or nothing. There's no, let's hope we make top 4. No, fuck that. No, next year you win it or you get the fuck out. It's very simple. It's literally very simple. Now, are they going to win it? I don't think so. Are they going to make top 4? Fuck. I'm not even sure about that. But we will see. I'm sure we'll have a better idea in August when things start to pan out. I think we lost 4, 5. Yeah, 4, yeah. Milan need more Italian and Brazilian ballers like back in the early 2000s. Yeah, that was a good time. Hans read that Inter has gifted teams 4 treble. Wow. No way. Really? It's a fucking Inter, man. Doggy style mission in Chicago. That's fine. Second star under Allegri, haram. Second star under Allegri. Yeah. I don't know. We shall definitely see. Conte will crash out of Europe again. Yeah, listen. Sooner or later, he's going to have a good European season. I don't know if it's going to be this one, but obviously his record is not great in Europe. Yeah. His record domestically is fantastic, but it's not great. Atleti waiting for Inter to make the UCL. Everybody's waiting for Inter. 77 UCLs from 63. That's a really impressive stat for us. Yep, that's right. 73, yeah. And listen, if you want to include the 2 competitions that existed before the Champions League, which was Coppa Latina, it's 9. It's 9 trophies total. But, yep. Okay, guys, another rumor that has been, actually, another thing that came out today was Chiesa, Federico Chiesa. And he said whoever gets Allegri or Conte means that they are going to be title contenders. He said that Thiago Motta didn't want him in the project, and he told him to leave. So now I don't know if Chiesa is went to the media and he is flirting or is trying to get the attention of Allegri or Conte. But let's close with this tonight. What do we think of a potential Chiesa arrival at AC Milan? Guys, please make sure to click the like button. Do me a big favor. Make sure to click that like button. We need those likes up because this summer, guys, is going to be crazy. Going to be crazy. Almost every day we're going to be live and we're going to be talking about the squad. A lot of interesting things happening. Question from the chat. If Ancelotti wins the World Cup with Brazil, is he the GOAT of managers? Is he the GOAT of managers? Joel, my answer is he's already the GOAT of managers. He has to be in the conversation for sure. For sure, he has to be in the conversation. If he wins with Brazil, 100%, no doubt about it. Conte and Allegri are two of the most successful active coaches in Serie A. 6 Scudetto for Allegri and 5 for Conte. We better build Allegri a team. Yeah. One thing to remember, though, which is much more impressive for Conte, is that Conte, out of 6 seasons in the Serie A, has won 5 of them. That's a fucking crazy record. That's crazy. That means that out of 6 times he's competed in the Serie A, he's won 5. And he's the only coach in the history of Serie A to have won it with 3 different teams. The only one. That stat is incredibly impressive. Now, Allegri has had way many more seasons in Serie A, starting with Cagliari, Milan, Juve, and then Juve again. I think it has to be close to 20 seasons. So out of 20 seasons, he's won 6 Scudettis, 5 of them with a Juventus, which was arguably maybe a little bit too much for the rest of the competition when they were strong. I think this stat here definitely goes in Conte's favor, but you cannot deny that Allegri has the pedigree. You cannot deny it. And yes, I agree. Build a fucking team for this guy, because there's no excuses next year. Next year is either we win it or get the fuck out of the club. Conte sold his European success for that to pay. Sign Chiesa immediately, in my opinion. I 100% agree with you, Carlo Moretti. 100%. Let's take him. I don't know about Chiesa, to be honest. He might be washed after all those injuries. It is a possibility. I would take the chances. Bring him on. Kashavica is all for Chiesa. I take Chiesa, but I want the OSHIMEN or Modric operation done first. Yeah, Chiesa, OSHIMEN would be a nice combo. Now, Chiesa, I mean, if I was Conte, I wouldn't go for Leao. I would go for Chiesa, honestly, because Chiesa does all the dirty work that Leao doesn't do. But Leao scores more goals, more assists. I take Chiesa, but okay, right that one. Conte also won it with 3 different teams. He went to and he went to the EPL. He won it there as well. Yeah, he could win in any league, right? Except Champions League for some reason. He sucks in Europe. I don't know. He sucks in Europe for some reason. We need a decent right wing. Chuckster is rubbish. I prefer Chiesa to Pulisic too. Yeah. And also, guys, Allegri's favorite player of all time looks like he's going to be back, and he's going to be back for good. His name is Alexis, the Salamander Salamakers. Salamakers will be Allegri's star player. Deposit that shit into the bank. He will be Allegri's favorite player, because Salamakers is those players that never stop running. They're all over the pitch, and Allegri fucking loves it when players do that for him. So I'm expecting Salamakers to be back, and I'm expecting Salamakers to have a big impact on the team, unless unless Furlani decides to get rid of him. Okay, guys. So yeah, tonight. I'm sorry the live was a little bit late. It was a little bit late. Usually, we're going to be earlier. I am planning to go live tomorrow and open the lines a little bit sooner because I like the debates. But the market is hot. There's shit happening every single day, and this is stuff that we can talk about, we can ponder about, and we can really analyze, and it will give us a good information about what we will see next year. It will definitely give us good information. Curious to see what the other teams do. Curious to see the national teams. That's happening this week. You got Euro 21 happening soon. You got the Club World Cup. Let's see how that goes. That's going to be a new thing in the world of football. Milan is going to be on the sideline watching, but I'm sure Milan is going to be quite active in the market. I am expecting this Italianization because all of a sudden, Milan can afford Italian players. Kiko Santos, what's up, brother? Forza Roy, thank you, my man. How you doing? Salamander, the Salamander. Roy, as a Brazilian, I'm happy today. Don Carlo gave his first training session. 6th World Cup is coming home. I mean, he's really good at what he does. If I were you, I'd be optimistic too. If I were you, I'd be optimistic as well. Salamaker's redemption at Milan about to go crazy. I am planning to go live a little bit earlier tomorrow. So I will do that, most likely. I thank you for being part of them, Redbird. Redbird capital out. I love your fucking name. I completely agree with that name. Appreciate everybody of you guys that is here. Make sure to click the like button, guys. And let me see if there's anything else that maybe we can quickly discuss regarding AC Milan. Looks like Pirlo is going to be coaching Pisa. Victor Osimhen is still Al Hilal's main target as striker. It all depends on Osimhen, who is reflecting if he gives his availability to join Al Hilal. The Saudi club will try to close the deal with Napoli. Al Hilal want to sign a striker before FIFA Club World Cup. Wow, Al Hilal is trying to build a... Al Hilal will have a better team. Al Hilal will have a better team than AC Milan, guys. Check this out. Nicolo Schira. What I read to you was right after that, Nicolo Schira. AC Milan have given the green light to Theo Hernandez sale to Al Hilal for 30 million, which is a disgrace. There was a certain point where this guy was worth 70 million, 80 million. Now we've devalued him down to 30 million. This was Maldini's greatest creation. AC Milan have given the green light to Theo Hernandez sale to Al Hilal for 30 million. The Saudi club have offered the French fullback a contract until 2028 with a quadruple salary compared to the current. Expect Theo's answers in the next 2 days. So in the next 48 hours, according to Nicolo Schira, we will know what Theo Hernandez will do as far as that goes. Al Hilal found a final agreement with Milan 3 hours ago for the transfer of Theo Hernandez for around 35 million. Motherfucker. How could you do, man? Bruh. Maldini must be so fucking pissed off, dude. Yeah, Milan does not want to renew Theo Hernandez's contract. They don't think he's worth what he's asking. They think that... Musa is a better player. Embarrassing shit, man. Absolutely fucking embarrassing. For Modric, the family aspect and the way Milan approach him will play a big role in his decision to join the club. However, it cannot be ignored that Modric loves Milan. That is true. He's always professed his love for AC Milan, his boyhood, his child. When he was a child, it was his favorite team. And ever since he was a child, he was a Milan fan, and this could be an important factor. Juventus left back Andrea Cambiaso is Allegri's first choice to replace Theo Hernandez. Okay, so Di Marzio says that Allegri wants Theo Hernandez. I mean, Cambiaso. Bayern Munich have inquired about Leao, but he is absolutely unsellable for Milan. Milan to kickstart the project again with him and would only reconsider their stance in case of a 120-130 million offer. Interesting. Very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. Ciao Kim, grande, grande, forza. Osimhen priced himself out. He wants 400k. Jesus Lord. That's so much money a fucking week. That's damn. Zoe wants to move to Saudi Arabia. It's never gonna happen. Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't see Zoe. I mean, Saudi Arabia is a little bit more, I don't know. But yeah, Zoe doesn't seem like the kind of girl I would like to go to Saudi Arabia. The same old voices will say, this is good, Maldini let too many players go for free. That's right. I don't think Leao is moving this summer. Allegri wants him to stay at all costs. Do you think he will get another striker? Well, we were talking about the possible swap of Osimhen and Leao, which was reported. We pondered whether or not that would be a good idea. I would take that personally. Kim did the research. Osimhen had a super season with Galatasaray, so he hasn't stopped. I think Osimhen definitely provides more hard work, which inspires the team better. When you have a striker that works so hard for you, it elevates the performance of the entire team. Well, while you have a player maybe like Leao that maybe is not going to work so hard, that can depress the team. So for me, if we were to replace Leao with Osimhen, sure, yes. But I wouldn't replace Leao with anybody. If we are to replace Leao, it has to be with a really good player. Leao is priced out too. How do we pay Osimhen wages right? I don't think we would. The more I'm seeing these numbers, the more it seems like just a quick. Maybe it was a quick thought. I don't know. We won't make half 400k. Sriracha Ketchup, what's up, brother? You guys can join the live if you want, yeah? 929 viewers here, 6 at MWP. Damn. Bruh. Dude, Fabio Everday fucking saying that his priority is guys. I don't give a fuck about content. I don't care about content. I don't use YouTube to make money. I don't use YouTube. The only reason why the money that this account makes has never been touched. It's still there. It will be there until the day we decide that we're going to do something with it. But this is not for profit. This is not for clout. This is just a space where we can be honest about what is happening with this team, whether it's good or bad. If you guys remember, when Maldini was in charge and Milan was progressing every year, there was a lot of positivity in this channel. We loved everything that was happening. We were optimistic. There was a lot of good things, right? We were being authentic. Now that things are turning around, it's hard to be optimistic. Again, authenticity. I think Rock said it in his live. Authenticity is really what this channel is about. Uh, let's see. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Forza to you as well. You can't beat the real. That's right. That's what they get. What they done to Nico. Oh yeah. Oof, bad move. That was a bad move, man. Like, damn, that was a blunder and a half, guys. That was a blunder and a half. My God. Morata, Emerson, Allegri, Rabiot. These losers fall for every single scam. Rabiot is definitely concerning. Yep, 100%. Ish. Appreciate it, my man. Appreciate it. I'm so happy Inter got destroyed by PSG. That was like a win for Milan. We did a firelight discussing the fraud takes from other channels and we just did percent tax. Zero substance. Wow. Yeah. How do you rate Ricci? Seems he will be our new CDM. Rovella would have had been nice as well, but Sadi will want to keep him. Yeah, I'm happy with Ricci. Obviously, he's not Modric. He's not that level. He's not Pirlo. But he is. I think he is what we need. And also, let's see how he does, because he's never played at a big club. He's played for Torino, and now if he comes to Milan, his responsibilities will be bigger, and maybe that will make him a better player. Yeah, I'm totally down for this operation. Either Ricci or Rovella. Again, I'm totally down for you got to build that domestic core, and it can't be. When I say domestic core, it can't be Sotil, Terracciano, blah blah blah. It can't be these guys. It has to be the guys that are part of the national team, that are at a certain level. So I'm all about it. I rate him highly, but I'm not going to tell you he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. I'm not going to say that. Even Guido is dead takes. I prefer that other fake Milanese stuff. Predictable behavior from the so-called professionals. Yeah, pretty disgusting. And Martino trying to justify that shit in the comments too. Oh, wow, I didn't see that. It's crazy. MWP and their supporters disgusting. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad what they did, man. Pretty bad. That's definitely overboard. Major blunder there. To write Joel, I like Rovella a lot. Insane that people are now glazing Tata, Allegri, and Rabiot. It's a little. The glazing is too early to glaze anything. It's way too early, guys. Way too early. Way too early. The only thing that we know for sure is that Milan's football next year is going to be absolutely atrocious to watch. But what we don't know is, are we going to get results? That's something that me personally, I don't know yet. I am 100%, I'm willing right now to put anything that our football next year is going to look so bad, and it's going to be anti-football, because it's what Allegri does, guys. I don't think he's going to change. I don't think he's going to change. Now, if he does change, I'll be very surprised. But I just don't think it's going to change. I think he's going to keep on being himself. It's how he's always played. He's never changed. He's never played, creative or he's never played creative football. He's never played that kind of football that should be associated to what we think Milan should do. He always played that defensive football, 11 players in the back, do the cross, and hope everything goes well. He's always played that way. I don't think that's going to change. It's going to be exactly the same. That is not going to change. So we know that for sure. Allegri's football with Milan is going to be the same old bullshit. disgusting to watch, and you would rather fucking watch paint dry because paint drying is more entertaining than watching Allegri's football. But depending on who they get this summer, depending on what the competition looks like, there is still a chance that he can do well and he can get results. So we just have to hope for the results. I wouldn't hope for good football at all. We have to hope for the results. That's it. That's all we got. Results. Ugly football, 1-0, 1-1, 0-0, 1-0, 1-1, 0-1, 0-1, 2-1, 1-1, 0-0. The odd game, 3-0. Then it's going to be like that. The whole season is going to be either 1-0, 0-0, or 1-1 every fucking game. It's going to be like that. For whoever, not just for us. But it's how he plays football. We can't change that. That will not change. Rocco should be, Rocco probably had the most embarrassing take in the history of sports. I think his take with the changeover of ownership and the changeover of management has to be, that take is more embarrassing than Inter's defeat in PSG. What happened to our Primavera? Who knows? Everything went to shit. Obviously, everything went. These guys don't have football in their blood. They don't have football in their veins. It's going to reflect on the teams. Worse than this year, Forza Catenaccio. Yeah, maybe. Or listen, but also maybe it's going to be those kind of defensive displays that make you fall in love with the team. That can happen too. We'll see. We gotta see. We gotta see what the team will look like. We just started the market. The market literally started yesterday. I read on Google that the market opens the 1st of June. I haven't seen any official declarations or official statements that the market is open on Gazzetta dello Sport. Usually that's where I look, but apparently the market is open. The market has started. This is just the beginning. So we got 3 months. We got 3 months to see what these guys are gonna do. Rock rage baited them so bad with that live, bro. Yeah, Rock is very good at that for sure. Allegri ball is anti-football. He complete opposite of Lusri. Yeah, 100%. Complete opposite. Terrible failure. Allegri long ball FC. Yeah. He made Ronaldinho, Zlatan, Robinho, Ciro Pirlo look bad. Yeah, he did. Imagine this guy with Zlatan, Robinho, Ciro Pirlo, Ronaldinho, Beckham, Pato, and the list goes on. He made that team look bad. How is that even possible? These fraud channels are now glazing on top 4 fight next season and embarrassing stuff. Yeah, man, that's what you're gonna get. It is what it is. Hey, Roy, what's this rumor that Ambrosini is joining Milan? Yeah, it's something that people are talking about. I just saw it here earlier. I spoke on this earlier. If Ambrosini joins Milan, it depends on what capacity. If he's going there to be a bitch-made yes man, then it doesn't make any difference whether he joins Milan or not. But if he's going there to do the work properly, then good. Like, we need football people in this club. We got to get rid of these fucking Furlanis, Moncadas, even Ibra. Ibra's not a football person. Ibra is a narcissist. He just thinks about himself. We need to get rid of all of these guys. We need people like Ambrosini, even Tade. At least Tade has been in football for a long time. You can't expect much from these guys. You have to put your feet on the ground, and you have to realize, okay, these are not the best. It's not Maldini. It's not Marotta. It's not that level. But at least it's not fucking Furlani, guys. How the fuck is Furlani a man, Fulani's got no business being anywhere near a football pitch. People already think that I'm assuming. No, I don't think so. No, I don't think he will do that. Futura are able to play Serie C again next year under new name though. Oh, really? If they change their name, they can go back to Serie C. That's funny. To be fair, he was coach when Ashari popped off. Yeah, I remember that. I didn't like him at all. I didn't like him at all during those years. I really didn't like the way Milan played those years. We won that Scudetto, which was a decent Scudetto, but he did play with some youngsters. You know, he had Strasser and Merkel, those two players. I remember he did play with those guys. I just remember like being after 2 decades of Milan playing with a philosophy of playing, extraordinary football, then all of a sudden to go to the pragmatic style of Allegri, for me, that was a culture shock. And I did not respond to it well at all. But that was just me. Some people liked it, some people don't. I was part of the people that didn't like it. Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah. The problem is this manager only gets yes men. Of course. Of course. Yes men are good for business. When Allegri was at Juve, he made Paulo Dybala drop deep, so it hindered his free roaming creativity and made Dybala look bad in his system. Yeah. Even Higuain in an interview with Cassano, Bobo Vieri, and Lele Adani and those guys, he said that when Allegri was a coach, he was playing as a central midfielder. He was essentially playing as a central midfielder. Tade will report to CEO Fulan. Yeah, like these things are not can't be. They can't bring you optimism. Fulani has got no business being part of this squad. Bring back Boban. Boban said he won't come back to Milan. He wants to finish the rest of his career at where he was born, footballing wise, which is Dinamo Zagreb. That's where his heart is, essentially. He's Croatian. That's where he was born. It makes sense. He said he won't be back, but there's never say never. If Tade brings joyful football, I mean Tade won't have the power to do that. The joyful football can only come from the coach. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, the DS doesn't have much say in how. I mean, they're saying that Tade chose Allegri, so already there, Edison, with all due respect, says there isn't going to be much joyful football. But I don't think Tade chose Allegri. I think that's just bullshit. Twitter's. Tade had no choice in the matter. Tade was told, these are the guys you have to go and negotiate. Go talk to them and shut up. That's what he was told. But listen, we might do well next year. I'm not saying we're going to do bad. I don't know. But I'm saying for sure we're not going to look good, whether we do bad or good. Emanuelson over Musa, Nocerino. I was talking about Nocerino earlier to someone. I find it quite ironic that he said that about Rock. Well, Rock actually has a pretty good freaking job. Yeah. Nah. Yeah, 100%. He totally weaseled himself into that position. And this started way before. It started when Boban was at the club. It started when Boban was at the club. He has been wanting to be the boss way before. But he's a crazy guy. Like, we literally have a psychopath running AC Milan. He's a fucking psychopath. What if Tare brings Chiesa? This is the thing, Edison, that it won't really be Tare. It's Tare. I don't like the way this club is run. Is especially when it comes to the players, because that is the meat and potatoes of this operation, because of the cash flow. Tare, yeah, maybe he can negotiate Chiesa, but it won't be his decision. It is clear that the people that make the decisions on the players and on the people that they're going to get salaries from playing football, it all comes from above. It all comes from Billy Bean, Moncada, Furlani, and Jerry Cardinale. These are the guys that choose the players. Tare is just there to be the middleman and to maybe give his ideas, but his ideas have to be in line with the operation. Unfortunately, they're not going to give Tare all that freedom. And if Tare does bring Chiesa, is it really Tare that is bringing Chiesa, or it's because the management said, go get us Chiesa, this is how much we'll pay him, no more? If Chiesa says yes, good. If says no, no. I'm a little bit skeptical on giving Tare any credit at all. Now, I know there is, he's Albanian, you are Albanian, and there's that pride thing going on. But I don't think Tare really... I know for a fact that Tare isn't going to have any power at all. They're not going to hand the keys to Tare. They fucking didn't want to give the keys to Maldini, guys. You think they're going to give the keys to Tare or anybody else? I don't know, man. If Chiesa comes to Milan, great. Where does Tare get credit? I don't know. Where does he get credit? What can Tare do that these guys can't? I mean, even Maldini, like, buying players is not difficult, guys. It's mostly molding the players into a group that will fight and sacrifice for the cause. That is the difficulty. That is the skill right there. Building an environment in which all the players are set up for success and they're willing to fight and sacrifice themselves for the cause. That's where Maldini excelled. Not necessarily the players that he brought in, because all the scouts know who are the best players. It's really what you're going to do with the players when they come. What kind of project you build. Can Tare do what Maldini did? That's the question. I don't know. I don't know if he even has the option to do that. I don't know if he has the freedom to do that. I really don't know. Oh, it's all good, brother. It's all good. The football IQ on this channel is the highest for English speaking. Yeah, 100%. There's no debate about that. No debate. It's like the difference is Serie A, and there's no Serie B, there's no Serie C, there's no Serie D. It's below that. The next level is below that. It's crazy. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked at the level of ignorance from the English speaking, from the bigger English speaking channels. I'm so shocked. We need Guido back. Yeah, Guido's gonna fucking love Allegri. Yeah. Allegri ball might make Guido go insane. He loves it, man. I don't get it. Who are you? Who are your summer signings for Milan aside from Ricci? From me, honestly, the guy I would try and get the most is Anguissa from Napoli, because again, I read that he doesn't want to renew. I would go for Anguissa. I would go for Anguissa. I think he would be my priority. Even Guido gives you extra 60% or years of watching me IQ you won't get that on plan. Are you afraid that if we give Tade credit, Fulani will get jealous? Well, actually, maybe Fulani is scared of that. If Tade gets credit, I wonder if Fulani will get upset, right? Because Fulani seemed to be very upset that Maldini was getting all that credit. I think it's not a fear. It's I think. I think Fulani will get jealous. Yeah. Tade is just a yes man and scapegoat to sack if shit hits the fan. Yeah, 100%. There's no doubt about that. All the people who complain about Pioli's football need to keep that same energy with the league. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be a tough watch, guys. Some of these games are gonna be a tough watch. Where does Zlatan fit in all of this? I think Zlatan is slowly being pushed out, but I don't know. He's definitely being pushed out of the media as far as interviews and talking. I think he made too many blunders this season, and I think that they definitely did tell him, "Yo, you gotta chill out. You gotta watch your antics." And they probably told him to take his seat back. Essentially, where does yeah, read that. He's behind Fulani, Tani, and Cardinale now. That little fraud Zlatan. Yeah. At least Inter is out of the picture for at least two. You think? You think Inter's out of the picture? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. All right, listen, guys. Thank you for joining, all of you. I love the conversation. Appreciate all of your guys' input. Great stuff. Please click the like button. We're going to go live again tomorrow. Hopefully, we get some people in today. Nobody joined, but it's all good. When people don't join, I get to talk to the chat, so it's all great. Very, very interested to see what happens with Milan. Very interesting to see what happens. It's going to be a very, very interesting summer. We're going to try and follow it as much as possible and open as many conversations as possible. Now listen, guys. I'm very busy, and again, YouTube is not something that we use to make money. It's not something we use to. It's just something we use to talk about me. So I have to prioritize my life. Of course, I'm a very busy person. So I hope tomorrow I can go live a little bit earlier, and because I know people are available earlier and they get on earlier, so we can have debates. But regardless, I really appreciate everybody that joins and is part of the conversation and keep supporting the channel, guys. Love you all. Appreciate you all. Forza Milan. Fuck Fulani. Fuck Redbird. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace. Ciao.